All right, we are going to be looking at the sum to product and the product to sum formulas. As you can see here in the boxes, we have our formulas laid out. We are using U and V for the variables of the angles. Other formula sheets, other textbooks could use alphas and betas, x's and y's. They're just variables, so it doesn't matter. As I run through these examples, I'll try to make them as quick as possible. And I will try to label which one is the U, which one is the V, because as you can see, like even for this first example here, it's a cosine times a cosine. So we want a cosine times a cosine formula, okay? And we're trying to go from a product to a sum. So this is a product, this is a sum. So that's the formula that we are going to use. Now this 2 that's out front is along for the ride. So that 2 that's out front is just there. And now we do this product using this product. This angle is my U, this angle is my V. So we'll have, when my pencil works, a 1/2 cosine U minus V. And then there's a plus sign, and then we have cosine U plus V. And then we just clean up if we can. This is a product here, this is a product here, so I can clean up this stuff. 1, right? And then cosine 4x over 2 plus cosine 10x over 2. One last time, I don't need the 1 in the front. Cosine 2x plus cosine 5x. There you have it. Moving on. Express the following product as a sum. So again, a product, changing it to a sum. A sine times a cosine. A sine times a cosine. So this time we'll be using this identity for this. And U is 4 theta and V is 2 theta. So we will have a 1/2 sine, it's a U plus a V plus sine U minus V. And this is as good as it gets. Moving on. Here it's a product and we want to write it as a sum. So again, a cosine times a cosine, product to a sum. We'll be using this yellow one again, okay? U minus V plus cosine U plus V. This will be cosine -2 theta plus cosine 8 theta. It's notable here that cosine is an even function, so if this is an even function, I don't need that negative there. So I can write it like so. All right, moving on. Now we're going to write the following differences of signs as a product. So now we're subtracting, and I want to convert it to a product. So let's go to our formulas. I put them here also. So we have a sum, and I want to change it to a product. So I would use this formula, or one of those. Let's see, which one do I want? I have a sine minus a sine. A sine minus a sine. So this is the formula I want. Okay. Let's go identify our u's and our v's and then plug them into our formula. This will be sine minus a sine. We'll have a u plus v, and then the second one will be a u minus v. Is it going to be sine first, or did I make an error? Sine minus a sine, it will be sine, and then the next one's cosine. Just double checking, right? Our u and our v, and what trig function we have. And this should be 4 theta plus 2 theta over 2. So in the end, we can write this. Top would be a 2 theta over 2. The next one is a 6 theta over 2. And that is completed. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. All right. There's the formulas again for us to remember which one to use. I always have to look back and forth. It is a cosine minus a cosine, and they want us to evaluate it. So we're going to evaluate it fully. Well, we're doing this, we're going to do this without a calculator. In fact, most problems I approach without a calculator. So it's good to note here. Cosine of 15, I know we don't know with a calculator. We're going to check our answer with the calculator. So first we're going to do it without. So this is a cosine minus a cosine. So if I use this one, my u is 15, my v is 75. Negative 2 sine, we'll add them, 75, 85, 90. Oh, divided by 2. We'll baby step it. Add them, then divide by 2, and then subtract them. Divide by 2, like so. All right, and then this will be sine of 45 degrees times the sine of a negative 30 degrees. Think of your unit circle. Sine of 45 is root 2 over 2. Sine of negative 30 is right here, which is a negative, come on, one half. So in the end, we'll have a positive root 2 over 2. Done. All right, let's go to the next one, which is proving the identity. Obviously, these proving ones get harder and harder as we go with each section, but let's see if we can tackle this. I think the easiest way will be to manipulate the left, because in the end, we're trying to get it to equal negative tangent. So let's try to use the difference to sum sum to a product ones for top and bottom, because then stuff can cancel out. I can't cancel stuff out here because there's addition and subtraction signs. So for the top, cosine minus cosine. So the top, cosine minus cosine will be that one. And then the bottom, which is sine plus sine, will be that one. Okay? And we are done. Next one. You could pick the left or the right, it doesn't matter which. I'm gonna pick the left to manipulate. You could certainly pick the right. The left is common denominator. I like the bottom, that's nice. Top. One minus 2 sine theta. 1 minus 2 sine theta. 1 minus 2 sine theta. 1 minus 2 sine theta is equal to cosine of 2 theta. Done.